economic crisis in China is deepening.
China's having money problems too. Its provinces and local governments are out of cash.
Second largest economies going through a tough time.
In recent years, concerns and speculation have arisen about the stability of China's economy due to various economic indicators and global events. Questions about debt levels, trade tensions, and structural challenges have made some wonder if China's economic growth is sustainable or on the verge of collapse. However, to truly understand the situation, it is necessary to delve deeper into the complexities of China's economic landscape and evaluate the evidence objectively. First and foremost, it is essential to recognize that China's economy is vast, dynamic, and multifaceted. As the world's second-largest economy, China has experienced unprecedented growth over the past 4 decades, lifting millions of people out of poverty and transforming itself into a global economic powerhouse. Over the past 3 decades, China has achieved remarkable and consistent economic growth that has lifted the economy from low income to upper middle income. China's GDP reached RMB 126 trillion, equivalent to $17 trillion in 2023, growing at a rate of 5.2% yearly. The current GDP is $18.56 trillion, only second to the USA. China is in the midst of a profound economic crisis. Growth rates are flagging as an unsustainable mountain of debt piles up. China's debt to GDP ratio reached a record 288% in 2023. At the beginning of 2023, the Chinese economy started strong but failed to meet expectations later on. Exports have declined and there is a slowdown in consumption, production, and investment, while inflation has stabilized and the unemployment rate has increased. The Chinese currency hit new lows in August and September 2023 because of concerns over the domestic economy. It is worth noting that in March 2022, China's economy was approximately 77% of the size of the American economy. However, at present, it has decreased to about 68%. Initially, the growth was slow but steady, but now it is declining rapidly. The primary reason is the Chinese government's incompetence, which directs trillions of funds towards politically favored industries and state-owned enterprises. Meanwhile, it suppresses the entrepreneurs and markets responsible for China's rapid prominence over the last 4 decades. China's economy, predominantly controlled by the state, is facing an economic downturn similar to all centrally planned economies. Several media outlets have recently claimed that China's 40-year economic growth has ended. China's manufacturing sector, which has been the mainstay of its economy for decades, is facing significant challenges. Its trillion-dollar home-building industry is collapsing due to unsustainable debt levels, and its unprecedented infrastructure campaign has been a case of malinvestment. The Chinese Communist Party is responding to this situation with panic. It has ordered banks to buy stocks to buoy falling stock prices and the Chinese yuan. On its part, the CCP has finally given up on publishing fake economic statistics and has now stopped publishing them. There are concerns that the Chinese economy might experience a crash similar to what other high-flying Asian economies, such as Malaysia and Thailand, have gone through. The real estate sector is one of the specific areas where the concentration of debt could become a problem. Real estate investment has become the backbone of the economy, providing stability when other sectors face difficulties. Local government officials are keen to sell land to developers, which increases public revenues and enables various government expenditures. Therefore, any drop in real estate prices or the emergence of other factors that limit real estate activity could have a ripple effect across other sectors, local government finances, and even household wealth. One of the primary concerns often cited by skeptics is China's mounting debt levels, particularly in the corporate and local government sectors. China's debt to GDP ratio has risen significantly in recent years, raising concerns about the sustainability of its economic model. However, it is crucial to note that China's debt is mainly denominated in local currency and held by domestic institutions, reducing the risk of a debt crisis triggered by external factors. China's authoritarian government can also implement targeted policies and measures to manage debt risks and prevent systemic collapse. China's economy has also faced concerns due to the ongoing trade tensions with the United States and other trading partners. The imposition of tariffs and the uncertainty surrounding trade negotiations have hurt China's export-oriented industries, leading to a slowdown in growth rates. Despite this, China has shown resilience in the face of external pressures by implementing stimulus measures and diversifying its trade relationships. Moreover, recent trade agreements and diplomatic efforts indicate a willingness on both sides to find mutually beneficial solutions, reducing some of the uncertainty surrounding trade relations. China was expected to see a strong recovery after lifting COVID restrictions. However, the country's economy appears to be struggling nearly a year later. Prices have fallen, and both imports and exports have dropped. Unemployment has risen. The real estate crisis in China has worsened, leading to a negative sentiment among investors. This has resulted in foreign investors leaving the stock market. The situation may deteriorate further as the country's largest property developer, Evergrande, has been ordered to liquidate. Previously, the Chinese economy was expected to recover quickly in 2023 and continue to be a significant driver of global growth. However, it has stalled to the point where it is now being referred to as a drag on the world's output by organizations such as the International Monetary Fund. According to experts, 2024 is starting to look ominous, and the country may face decades of stagnation. According to a recent report by the Japan Center for Economic Research, if the Chinese real estate bubble bursts and causes a financial crisis, the country's economic growth will be limited to approximately 1%. This could endanger China's goal of doubling its gross domestic product by 2035. Chinese economists suggest that the country has ample room to support government spending on various projects and services. These include developing rural infrastructure, improving urban utilities and amenities, promoting technological innovations, expanding manufacturing plants, strengthening the social safety net, providing pension coverage for retired individuals, and ensuring better medical care for newborns and other citizens. Tencent and Alibaba both experienced a decline in revenue during the last quarter. Tencent's profits fell by 50%, while Alibaba's net income was cut in half. This decline has resulted in tens of thousands of young workers losing jobs, adding to the existing jobs crisis, where 1 in 5 people aged 16 to 24 are unemployed. This situation could potentially harm China's productivity and growth in the long term. It has been observed that a growing number of Chinese people are losing hope in their country, which is evident from the unprecedented surge of Chinese migrants at America's southern border. According to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the number of migrants from China has increased by over 1,000% in the first 5 months of this fiscal year, compared to the same period in the preceding year. Those Chinese who cannot leave the country are in a state of desperation. China boasts a vast and competitive economy that leads in global manufacturing and is at the forefront of the energy transition. Additionally, it has the world's largest middle-class consumer population. Despite some who predict inevitable doom, its resilience is often overlooked and should not be underestimated. A significant issue with China's economic model of the past 2 decades has been a debt-based finance model heavily focused on real estate speculation that the economy cannot support. China faces a significant challenge in rebalancing its economy. Even if it avoids deflation this year, it must increase consumption by approximately 10% of GDP long-term. In 2023, local government debt had risen to 92 trillion yuan, equivalent to 12.58 trillion US dollars, prompting the central government to direct banks to restructure and roll debts over. In August, a severe heat wave followed by a drought hit the southwestern province of Sichuan and the city of Chongqing in the central belt of China. Due to the increased demand for air conditioning, the electricity grid in the region, which almost entirely relies on hydropower, was overwhelmed. As a result, factories in the area, including major manufacturers such as iPhone maker Foxconn and Tesla, were forced to either reduce working hours or shut down entirely. This extreme weather has had a lasting impact on China's industries. China's economy has been negatively impacted by problems in the property market for over 2 years. There are concerns that the government's plans to provide more significant financial support to real estate companies could burden the financial system excessively. If the response to this issue is improperly handled, it could have disastrous consequences. For instance, if condo sales continue to be sluggish and property prices continue to fall, there could be a surge in defaults on bank loans. This, in turn, would lead to numerous financial problems for small and medium-sized banks. China's economic miracle may have ended due to a combination of factors, including higher incomes leading to higher labor costs, deteriorating external conditions, and an aging population. What are your thoughts on the Chinese economy? Do you think it will decline as predicted by experts? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Subscribe for more exciting videos.